It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dinosaurus.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 44 of the Don't Make It Weird podcast. I am your favorite radio 80s shock jock, Daniel Quigley, and I'm here for an excellent episode. We are going to be getting wild. We'll even be getting a little stormy, if you will. But first, I am joined, as always, by the laudable, lawless, loaded lady of the little door herself, Dinosaurus.
Hey, Daniel.
I see you've got a new shirt.
I'm on a struggle bus, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I did. It's way too big, but got a new shirt.
Yeah, so for the folks not listening on YouTube, it says that she eats glue, and we support Dina and all of her dietary, journey.
Did you ever try glue in preschool?
I mean, I have to assume I did.
Paste.
I have to assume I had a lot. It would explain a lot in my life if that's what happened. Yeah. What about you, Dina? Did you enjoy it when you were?
I don't know. I don't think I did. I think I tricked friends into doing it.
Oh.
That
But
checks
also,
out.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but also when everyone else would have been in preschool, you were what, in like 5th grade? So.
And I was in 2nd grade when I was preschool age.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Makes total sense. Jesus, Dina. All right. But you know what?
You're welcome.
You know what, folks? We are joined. I'm so excited about this. We've got a very special guest for you guys. This week, we bring on our newest best friend. Our guest this week is an English teacher, an author, and a parent to 3 beautiful dogs, Cooper, Max, and Remy. Her high fantasy young adult novel, The Little Door, is available now on Amazon. Welcome, Stormy Lynn.
Hi.
What's up, man? How you feeling? Excited?
Oh, I'm so excited to be here.
Is Dina's hair not intimidating? Because I get intimidated every time I look at Dina's hair when we start here. Like,
It's Dina's hair isn't intimidating. It is like inspiring.
it gives you that
that's
inspo
good.
board there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the folks that missed it earlier, you've barricaded yourself into your room. Is this correct?
I have in fact barricaded myself into my room because my sweet, sweet hound dog really wants to be the guest on this show today, not me. He thinks he should be. Yeah.
Listen, we've considered having a dog interview segment. As of yet, it hasn't tested well with our test audience, but I'm hoping someday that
Maybe you need a new test audience.
Oh, that's a fair
My
point.
chair just collapsed. I'm sorry.
Dina, get your shit together,
Trying to
Dina.
fix it
Get your shit
quietly,
together.
and it just collapsed.
And listen, Stormy, before we go too much further, I want to make sure that you understand that you have a certain amount of control in this episode. All right.
Okay.
We have something called the party button. And if at any time the mood, the feel to party overtakes your soul, all you have to say is, Producer Sean, hit the party button, and it goes down. That's all you need to know. All right.
Okay.
Are you okay
You
with
don't
this
have to do that.
responsibility? Yeah, no. Listen, follow your heart.
I'm accepting this responsibility, yes.
It's a grand mantle. But you know what, Stormy, before we can go too much further, we have another member of our family. And audience, when people keep repeating that you'll never fall for a podcast, when everybody keeps retreating, but you can't love cringy copulations enough, let his disapproving glare open the door. Let his disapproving glare open the door to your heart. Producer Sean, everyone.
How
That
you
was
gonna
a
do
good
Pete
one.
Townsend like that? That was good. It took me a minute to get where you were going with it. I feel like you're rusty or something, buddy. You're stumbling over your words a little bit, so you're not warmed up yet. Get a drink in you. All right.
Yep. I've been stumbling a little bit. Listen, I gotta get my shit together. You're right. You're right.
Stormy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And for the audience at home, Stormy is participating in Buffalo, and she is right-handed, so she's going to do her best to drink with her left hand today.
I was watching for that ring.
Yeah, we are prepared to get you, Stormy. Yeah, the ring is what we're looking for here. Like we are going to crush this.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, for the folks at home that don't realize something, if you've been under a rock and not been watching our episodes, every episode only gets better the deeper we get in, because the more drunk we are, the more off the rails it gets. Too soon, Dina. Oh man. So, I'm excited for you to be here. I'm excited to talk about your book, but why don't you I heard you have a very special little story for us, Stormy. Why don't you give the audience a little tickle? Give them a little dangle, a little feather to the toes, if you will. Ice cube down the back of their neck.
All right. Well, I'll just let the audience know that in a little while, I will be telling a story about a time that I got sloppy drunk and sobbed over potatoes.
This is a new twist. I'm so excited. I'm waiting for this moment.
There's
Potatoes
a
are pretty
plot twist.
serious.
You guys will be so shocked. That'll be great.
I'm excited.
I can't wait.
I'm ready for this emotional journey, man. I'm looking forward to it. So, but before we can get to that, it's time to bring back an old favorite. We got a little game to play. Producer Sean, why don't you tell us what we got in store for us?
Did Stormy get to pick this game?
I gave Stormy the opportunity to choose a game, and she deferred to us to choose a game. So
okay.
I chose
I thought that it was
Would You
her
Rather.
favorite. So, okay.
No,
It's fine.
Damn it, Stormy.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, that's what she said?
What?
God.
No.
Dina, you
Is that
can't
what we were waiting on?
No.
That is what she said. She said she wanted us to choose the game. Okay.
No, she said caught off guard. Okay.
That shouldn't be it. That's what she said.
Yeah, I don't know why that's what she said, but
She wasn't. Okay, I'm not going to explain what happened in my brain.
No, I know. I heard what you
please.
said, and I've also heard a couple other things you've slipped in under the radar already, and I know you're going to point them out after I edit everything and be like, "No one ever hears my jokes." I heard it.
because you whisper
I
of Dina,
heard it.
and then
Just let it
Sean
go.
messes with the audio, and then it's like, oh, how did Daniel not react to Dina whispering?
I heard you sneak in hot wax. Okay,
Oh,
I heard it
Yeah, thank you.
What?
Appreciate
When did
that.
when you were
Here's the
doing the
thing,
whole
I
tickle
work-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're bringing back Would You Rather.
Ooh.
And the last time we played this was with Sam many episodes ago, and I was told that it wasn't weird or gross enough. So I kicked it
Were
up
you
a notch.
weirder, grosser?
Yeah, weirder and grosser and more inappropriate. So
Yeah.
Boy.
I hope you're prepared for this.
Stormy, I'm so sorry. We're going to traumatize you and make sure that none of your students ever watch this episode. We'll give you like a
I'm
broken
not
down
telling
cut.
my students about this.
No, she can't tell her students about this. No.
My
Listen,
students
we'll
are
change the name of the
accidentally find it.
podcast. Yeah, we'll change the name of the podcast, and we'll give you like a 5-minute clip of like the most wholesome moments of the show, and you'll be like, "Yeah, look at this." Stormy was talking
We'll make a
about.
fake YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not going to start super gross or anything. I'm going to ease us into it, okay?
Yeah. Be gentle.
All
I
right.
promise.
Oh, God.
I like that you said we're going to start easy, and then his first reaction is, "Oh God."
I chose this one specifically for Dina, but Stormy, since you're our guest, I want you to answer first, okay? Would you rather clean the same mess in the kitchen every single day or never be allowed to clean up that mess at all?
See his face. I would most definitely clean up the same mess every single day, and I feel like I already do that. So it's
do too.
realistic to my life.
Same. Yeah, I'm not going to leave this. I'm still thinking, okay, so right now on the corner of my desk, there's like a coffee stain that like I don't know how it got there. And I noticed it this morning and I didn't have a chance to clean it up before work. And I'm still thinking about it. So
So you're just going to be
Yeah.
distracted this entire time is what you're saying. When we
I
see
thought
you
about
like
going to the
looking
bathroom
into
and getting
your
a Lysol.
peripheral,
Yeah.
like we're going to see you looking at it from time to time. Audience, watch her eyes
Yeah.
the entire episode.
There you go. How many times did she glance at it?
thought about grabbing a Lysol wipe.
Yeah, but listen, here's the thing. Dina would actually prefer this. Like, it's not like, oh man, this is the lesser of two evils. She's like, oh God, give me the same mess every day.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, that's my zen. Listen, Stormy, I don't know
New
if you know
creative
this.
ways to clean.
Listen,
It's
Stormy,
consistent, you know?
Stormy, let me ask you something. When you clean, do you have music on TV? Do you have
Fuck
something
off.
else happening while you clean?
I frequently have music, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what a normal person does. Ask Dina what she does while she cleans.
Dina, what do you do while you clean?
Nothing. I just sit in silence while I clean.
Like a psychopath!
See, listen, it's the sound of the sponge scrubbing is her ASMR.
I love the vacuum sound. My spin mop does like a zzz, like I like it.
All right. Well, we already know Daniel would prefer to just see the same mess every day and not have to clean it. So we'll skip him on this one.
Yeah, no, that's 100% accurate. This is literally what already happens in my life. And then my wife yells at me until she eventually gives in and
Piece of
cleans
shit.
it. Yeah, no, I'm terrible. Please don't ever marry me. I'm so sorry, all the women in the world.
Sorry, Miriam. All right. Stormy, would you rather chew your own toenails off or chew off someone else's fingernails?
Oh,
That's actually really difficult because like toenails are so significantly more disgusting.
But are they as gross if they're your own nails versus someone else's?
God, that's
do
a
I get
good
to
one,
pick the
man.
person who I'm chewing their fingernails off?
Dina, verdict on that?
Well, if you don't get to pick, then who the fuck's nails are you chewing off?
Here's the thing. I'll give you guys like a little middle ground. 6 days out of the week, you get to pick. 1 day a week, it's a rando.
Wait, is this an ongoing thing?
Yeah, yeah. No,
I
this
didn't
is
see it as
yeah,
a
like,
daily
how
thing.
long?
I thought it as like a
Oh,
one-time
I thought it
thing.
was daily.
Oh, if this is one off, then it's a rando.
I
Fuck
thought
that.
this was the
yeah.
rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, or did you think it was like that's your
Yeah.
normal
I thought
grooming?
it was-
Yeah,
from
like
now
this
on?
is
Like,
now this is
Yeah.
now how you groom.
fuck it,
This is
that's
your
it then. This is how you groom that at this point, moving forward.
Yeah, because my answer would be different if it's a daily, like, this is how I groom thing. That would be a different answer. So it's a one-time thing?
No, I think we're gonna go with this is your new grooming technique for the rest of your life.
That's what I thought it was.
Listen, if you chew off someone else's nails for them, you can just groom yourself the normal way for the rest of your life. But you still have to chew off someone
But I
else's
have
nails.
that random at least 1 day a week.
Yeah.
I think if I have to chew any random person's nails, I think I'd pick my own toenails.
That's fair.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. But I mean, think about
I mean, I could have gotten a recently, like, done, like, a pedicure and stuff, and, like, it's not gross.
Right.
So I would pick mine.
Yeah, I could even like clean it right before I
Okay,
do
but
it.
hold
right?
on.
You
No,
it's
it's-
not a
Right.
rule.
No, but you can't do that.
I don't
There's
have
new
dirty
grooming
toes,
technique.
though. Like,
this is how you groom.
This is how you have to groom.
to cut my nails.
Yes.
But that's not how you clean it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you can't loophole it and be
Yeah.
like, I'm going to pay for someone
I
to cut
can't
my
lick my
nails.
nails
So then when I
clean.
have to cut my nails, they're already pre-cut. No. Nah.
No, I'm not saying that they're pre-cut. I can still cut them with my own teeth, but they can be cleaned.
I'm on the same page as Dina. You didn't say that was against
That's
the rules.
fair. We didn't specify.
You know what? There's going to be a lot of wiggle room in these, you guys. So have
Yeah.
at it.
I listen, I'm definitely biting someone else's fingernails. I'm staying as far away from the FEET as possible. I think about what this will do for the economy and people's lifestyle choices, because think about it. For you to have to be able to, if everyone had to be able to chew their own toenails, that means everyone's going to have to start taking yoga classes. Like, we're going to have to work on our limber up, work on the flexibility. Because, I mean, how many of you could get
Do yoga.
your own toenails into your mouth
I
right
must
now?
I'm
I
not
could
gonna
do that.
I
I'm
don't
not
want
gonna
you to do that. I'm just saying, if you had to, like today, could
I
you?
could, like, right
Yeah.
now.
I couldn't do it if my life depended on it.
Yeah.
I would die.
I for sure
That would
could
be
right
the end
now.
of me.
Yeah. I thought about it, but I feel like there's too many.
For those of you
weird
on
people
audio
that watch
only,
this that
both
wouldn't
Dina
do it.
and Stormy have their toes in their mouths right now. They're showing us
It's
that they can do it.
Unbelievable.
Wow, great job, you guys.
Unbelievable. Yeah, incredible, guys. And you can trust us, audio only folks. We would never lie to
Yeah,
you.
don't check the YouTube. Just
it's trust.
You know, you can visualize it.
Just subscribe to it.
Yeah, just subscribe.
Subscribe but don't watch.
Okay, let's see. All right. Would you rather? Oh, this one's for Daniel.
Oh, fuck.
Because his mom watches this show.
Oh,
Shout
she
out,
does.
Corley.
Shout out, Corley. I love you.
Would you rather see your mom or your daughter at the gentleman's club?
Oh, God, Satan. Why?
These are supposed to be spicy, man.
Holy fuck.
Listen, I know a lot worse ones, and I know you know them too, like Jason Rundell-isms that will make you sick.
I know.
So just be thankful.
As a father, I would definitely rather see my mom there. I want her to have a good time, have fun, throw some bills out there. And I know that, it's, against all my liberal feminist ideology, but I want my daughter to just go to a nunnery, even though she's Jewish.
A nunnery.
Yeah. So
a Jewish nunnery.
A Jewish nunnery, if you will.
If you will.
She's going to found the first Jewish nunnery.
Get thee to a convent.
All right, Dina, what do you think?
I said mom.
Oh, you said mom?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Dina. Your mom's probably...
I'm not...
Your mom's
Dina's
probably
mom
like making it rain.
Too.
I'm not nearly as liberal as Daniel. I have no hesitation saying that I would rather be my mom.
Stormy?
Oh, I totally agree. Definitely
Mom,
rather see
all the
my
way.
mom.
Yeah. I mean, you guys could bond
That has to
together
be-
if you went with you two going with your moms,
Dude, this sounds like a business idea waiting to happen. Like the mom
mother-daughter
strip club.
dates at the gentleman's club.
I'll
Wow,
ask my mom.
we just made something, you guys.
Yeah.
This is it. This is our moneymaker. I'm in.
We made something together.
Yep. Okay. This one's for Dina. Would you rather only be able to hear profanity and otherwise be deaf, or only be able to speak out loud, audibly, profanity, and not be able to say anything else?
These are good ones. These are good.
Speak profanity out loud.
So what you're saying is your entire range of audible language is profanity. So you have
Like coming out of me, right?
you have to sign everything else, but you can say fuck.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I would love doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I do that during work sometimes too, just because why not?
What are they gonna do about it, right?
Yeah.
I was
fight
going to
me.
say, like, it's a problem because then all you could do is cuss at Daniel, but you do that already
Yeah, that's
anyway.
true.
So
It's true. It's true.
Stormy, what do you think?
Okay, I was thinking about this, and I think based off of my career choice of teaching young children,
Profanity.
I think that I'm going to go with the only being able to hear profanity because I can still teach them, and I'll still hear a lot from them anyway.
that's
I
true.
teach ninth graders, so
I can just imagine
They're
like you're
just
up
now
at
discovering.
like you're just writing on you're turned around, you're writing on the board, and you just hear and like some kid just whispers like "fuck you, Dylan," and you're like, "What'd you say?"
like I thought you were deaf.
I love it.
Oh my god! I've done that to somebody before.
I mean,
Convinced them I was deaf. Yeah.
yeah. Listen, I'm gonna have to go with the hearing profanity only, just because. As a coach, I can't imagine that like the little kids, the parents can be like, I'm trying to show them how to kick a soccer ball, and
Don't shatter this thing for me, because I see you as Peyton Manning, like in that SNL sketch, like being overly aggressive with the kids.
55 razor, son. Open, get open. Get your head out of your ass. You suck. Let's go. Get
that's one of my all-time
And if
favorite
you
SNL
shatter this
sketches.
dream for me, I'm going to be really upset.
Listen, that's one of my all-time favorite sketches. If you guys haven't seen the SNL Peyton Manning doing his United Way SNL skit, it's incredible.
I mean, let's be honest here. Daniel was too scared to even hug me in public because he was
true.
worried about his image.
Yeah,
So,
All right, no, listen. I was at a soccer tournament. All the parents were around there. Suddenly, like two
yeah, so you were worried about your
young
image.
and pretty females come rolling into the hotel, and all the
you
parents are
call me
He
downstairs.
throws an arm about both of them, and he's
Yep.
like, hey.
Just wanders off, baby.
But if you have the image of profanity like all the time when you're coaching, like that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
That's
all
what
right.
I'm getting at.
I'm with you.
Makes sense. Okay. Stormy,
Yes.
would you rather have uncontrollable gas for an entire month or wet yourself at work?
Does somebody have to know?
They're gonna know.
Okay, are you asking about the gas or the wetting yourself? Because one of those things people will definitely know.
I think
You're
both
wetting
of those
yourself.
things
What if,
people
like-
definitely know.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
I think you could get away with wetting yourself.
Yeah, based off of it being a one-time thing, and like I wear dresses, they're kind of flowy, you know. I think I'd have to go with the wedding myself.
Wear that adult diaper and just, roll
Yeah.
in.
Get the Depends. That's what they're called, right?
I think.
Yeah, they're called the
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Dina, what about you, buddy?
I'm gonna go with wetting myself one time at work.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, you're waist up on camera at work, so
and your
you're at
clientele
home.
is not known
Yeah,
for
yeah.
hearing.
This is you at work, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Wearing
here's
the
the thing.
same pajama pants I wore to work today
So
too.
unless you make like a weird face while you pee, no one will ever know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the folks at home, Dina is currently wetting herself on camera for our audio only listeners. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to go with uncontrollable farts just because I basically already have uncontrollable farts and it's part of my brand.
You know, I was going to answer that for you already.
So this really doesn't change my life very much. You know,
You also pee yourself regularly, so either one works.
Never
Yeah.
forget the time at work that he pooped himself.
Nope.
yeah, shout out to that
That was
episode.
on the previous
That was real.
episode.
We all have emergencies. Tell us about a time that you went to the bathroom somewhere you weren't supposed to.
It's the long sigh for me.
Truth or sip. Truth or sip.
Does it count if I shit my pants?
Are you
think
supposed to shit your pants?
Entirely the point of the question.
Smart.
He'll post a little graphic with which episode that was, just to make sure that everyone gets to hear my shame.
Well, I'll clip it. I'll put it right there.
Literally
Skip to that
shit
point.
himself.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
Okay, we'll do two more, and these are exceptionally gross and or horrifying.
Let's go.
Okay?
Let's
In
go.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Stormy, would you rather drink a glass of vomit one time, or for the rest of your life you burp every time someone says your name?
I would definitely burp every time someone says my name because vomit is like, of all of the bodily fluids that come out of you, that one has got to be the worst. Like just the smell of it and I'm done. Definitely burping for life.
Stormy,
Okay,
have you
but
thought this through? Because think
You're
about
a teacher.
yeah.
Right.
Your students often call you by name, right?
Well, but they call me by last name. Does last name count?
That's your name, isn't it?
It's true.
Oh, I didn't think last name counted.
I didn't say first name.
Mrs. Saurus. Sorry.
Missosaurus. but here's the other thing, Stormy, you're not thinking through. Even though they might not even be thinking about consciously telling you your name, every time that someone's like, look at the weather, it's looking a little stormy out tonight, you're burping. You're burping.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
how bad are burps anyway? I don't know. I feel like
I burp every episode.
Think about this.
Yours.
Think about this, Stormy. Let me paint a picture for you. Okay.
Okay.
You would have burped
Why are
6
you
times already
debating?
since I asked you this question,
Yep.
by the way.
Let me paint a picture for you, Stormy. Sean, can you give me a little mood music, a little something
Sure.
soft and
How about, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, Stormy,
What is happening?
it's your dream moment. Your man, you're not currently married yet, right?
I am married.
She's
Oh,
She's
you are
married.
married.
She just
Oh,
got back from her
okay.
honeymoon,
Well,
actually.
not married.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So, just okay.
We literally had that conversation.
So
10
picture
minutes
this.
ago.
Picture this. You're standing up at the altar. Your soon-to-be husband has your hand in his, and he has to. You're doing the vows, and he says, "Stormy, I do." Burp right in his face. Just
I
nastiness.
burped during my vows.
Yeah.
Oh, the amount of
about
times
that.
that he's burped right in my face.
In front of all of your friends.
So,
and family.
so if anything, this evens the odds of.
All right, she's dead set, you guys. She's going with burping for life. Dina?
You said I'm convinced.
Bourbon. Yeah,
Vomit's
absolutely.
so gross.
I will not drink somebody's vomit. Are you kidding me?
I mean, have you ever like almost vomited and then like swallowed it again? That's pretty similar.
Right, that's what I had to like picture to be like, what would it be like? And I was like, nope, I absolutely no, I don't want to do that.
So here's my thing. I'm going to go with the vomit. Because as soon as I start drinking it, I'm going to vomit it all back out. But the burps, this gives other people control over my life. So if I'm having an argument with Sean, maybe we're talking about whether Dinosaur Lords is a good book or a bad book. And you know what? He gets...
There's no argument there.
It's the worst. Okay.
Save it for the quarantine book club. And Sean just decides to get mad at me. And all he just does is Daniel, and just repeats it. And I just can't stop burping. I've given someone else control over my life.
Just
I
walk
would
up
die
to him
burping.
and go right up to his face, and then he'll stop. You don't want the
He's
burp
across
in
the
your
country
face.
from me.
Smart.
He's across the country.
She said,
He can
"Weaponize
do
it."
this and fuck my life up and have no consequences. I'm taking the vomit, man.
I mean, I burped 3 times since we started this conversation, so I don't know what the problem is, guys.
Burping's not that gross.
Maybe we're gonna have
Yeah.
this be a we'll have a competition one of these times and just say, listen, you have to burp anytime someone says your name for a whole episode.
All right, as long as you start with drinking a cup of vomit.
Yeah, right? Nice. All right,
Well
last
played.
one.
With your
Yeah, well
left
played.
hand.
Last one. Would you rather have to see your parents have sex with each other or them watch you have sex with your
I want to see my
partner?
parents.
That was awful fast, Dina.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. Like, what do you got going on, Dina? Like, what kind of crazy shit are you into, buddy? Damn. Dina a freak. Confirmed.
No fucking way. No.
So to clarify, because I wasn't really sure what your answer was. We now have a sound clip of Dina yelling that she'd like to watch her parents have sex.
Yeah, we're gonna play that on a repeat, right? Yeah, that's gonna be a thing.
Absolutely. That's the thing now. It's added to the soundboard. I'm clipping it right now.
Man, I just wanna have like a moment where we just ask like Dina questions, be like, and just have robot Dina just be like, hey, so Dina, what's your dream? I wanna watch my parents have sex. Just clip it all together, man.
All right, Stormy. I know you're thinking about it. What do you think?
I'm gonna have to go with Dina on that one. I'm not gonna say it out loud because I don't want you guys to hold that over me too.
Oh, we would never do that to a guest.
Stormy. Why
Never,
would we?
ever.
Come on.
We would
I
never
would
do
choose
it.
the parent
just to Dina.
option.
Choose the parents option. Way to find the
I
loophole, Stormy.
choose the generic ambiguous parents option.
Turn
So
that into a
listen.
sound effect.
First off, I feel like I say this every episode, Mom. I'm so sorry.
Every episode.
So
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
So
Please come
a
back.
fun fact about my mom, she's done a lot of things. She was a teacher. She was a normal just therapist, but she also spent a lot of time as a sex therapist growing up. So I don't want that judgment. I don't want that judgment of her looking into, my intimacy and being like, Daniel, did you really ask her
This is
feelings
what this means.
first? Yeah. I think you could work on the technique a little bit. Me and my mom don't have that kind of relationship. We have strong boundaries. Okay, so this is not a meet the Fockers situation. All right. So yeah, I'm watching my mom. I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
Mom. I love
Hold
you.
on a second. It's not a Meet the Focker situation, but whenever you do her voice, it's Streisand. So, which is it?
Daniel, why are you using that position?
She would psychoanalyze you and be like, since you use that position,
What-
this is what this means.
This is what this means. Do you have some
Do you
questions
have
about your
childhood
mask?
trauma that we need to address?
Is there some mask? Do you have some Do you need to show your masculinity, sir? Why are you? Oh God!
Why are you?
I'm so sorry.
Well, we learned some things about each other tonight.
Yeah.
Glad it's a safe space.
Dina,
Yeah,
free.
I feel like we're all closer as a result of that. This has been Weird Hypotheticals. Would you rather?
Dina, we're not making eye contact the rest of this episode, right? Like Stormy, Dina, we can all agree. Just
listen. Dina's just looking at the coffee stain on her desk. She hasn't looked at us one time.
This is big facts. This is big facts. So we need a palate cleanser here, guys.
All right, Daniel. Come on, ready? I'll give you the beat. You rap, okay? Ready?
Girls, I'm far from stable. They call me Dr. Dreidel. Spitting out rhymes with a soup ladle. That's all I got. That's
Word.
That's the
All
jam.
right. Sounds
Dina's
good.
new
Thanks.
favorite game.
Dina loves improv. Dina's a super control freak, so anytime there's improv, it just causes her a massive amount of anxiety.
It's very true.
All right, so we're going to get back into it.
We are going to get back into it, but Stormy,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh
You need to finish your drink.
Stormy, you didn't. We got her talking improv, and she buffaloed.
Yep.
Damn, this is so
Damn,
good.
Stormy, can you chug? Are you capable?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Is it
that
full?
thing's so full.
Oh my God,
Look at
is
this.
it full?
Yeah, she's been to college.
She's
Oh my
been
God.
to college.
Look at this. Oh my God, what a fucking pro.
Oh my God.
Let's go,
Fucking
Stormy.
killed it.
Holy shit.
I went to college.
I feel so inferior. Is this what men feel like? Never mind.
Stormy, that was the best chug. Hands down, the best guest chug we've ever had. That was
Shout out to my executive producer Kelly for pointing that out.
Oh my God, yes. Stormy, you just I mean, listen, you're already up here in my book, but now you're like way up there. All right. Holy
I'm
And
so
you just
inferior.
alienated Dina because she has no idea how to chug anything.
Yeah, she can't chug and she can't take shots. Like
She has 3
I'm
college
so
degrees. Like, what did you
careful
do
about
in
before.
school if you weren't chugging?
yes.
Got summa cum laude, bitch.
Rest of us are like, C's get degrees. Dina's like, nah, bitch.
I did eventually get there, and I am very much a supporter of
She
C's.
said, bitch, hold my juice box. I
Hold
got
my
this."
juice box.
All right.
Oh, fuck, that just pumped me up.
God.
Stormy, I'm fired up right now.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh. Yeah.
By the end of the podcast, I'm going to be crying over potatoes. It's fine.
Oh, listen.
We're gonna bring PTSD.
I will have a
like,
good cry with you. We'll cry together, Stormy. We'll cry together. All
I
right.
need to catch up now.
Guys, we're all about storytelling here, and as such, we try to share a fun story each week. So, without further ado,
It's story time with Stormy.
All right. So, I want to, first of all, apologize to Dina because I misled you when I told you what my story was about. And you were under the impression that we were soulmates because I cried over
I was.
potatoes. And I did cry over potatoes, it's true. But I must start off the story with letting you guys know I hate potatoes.
oh no! Oh God! Cut! We're out.
We're out of here, everybody. That's a wrap.
No. What?
Our show is built on potatoes. We're gonna lose all of our viewership if you tell me that you're anti-potato, Stormy.
No, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Hear me out.
No, it's not. Look me in the eye. No, it's not.
Tina, hear me out.
Hold
If
on.
we
Hold on.
ever go
sorry.
get food, if we ever go get food together and I have a big plate of potatoes as my side, you get to eat all of it.
I don't want your leftover garbage.
She wanted to be your first choice, not your backup potatoes.
What did you have at your wedding?
What? Not potatoes?
Let her tell her story, you guys.
Okay.
All right.
No.
I hate
Let's give her a
potatoes.
chance.
I've always hated them. All kinds. And so that's important information to know. Okay, so I come to a party in college because I went to college. I show up to this party, and as soon as I get there, I'm like, oh man, we are going hard tonight. Like, I am about to take so many shots. I'm about to get so sloppy drunk. Like, I was ready to go. I was ready for this party, right? And so I start off the night with, like, taking my, like, shots of the whipped cream vodka and stuff. And
you had the fancy vodka.
Fancy.
Hypocrite!
What?
That is a form of potato.
Vodka is a form of potato.
All right, that's an acceptable form of potato.
Redemption arc.
Foreshadowing for the interview segment.
Okay, so I'm taking my shot, and I have, at this point in time, I'm like a fresh 21. I had barely, I'd never been drunk before, actually. And
Same with us, never.
And so I'd never been drunk before, and so I was taking these shots, and I had no idea when to stop. And so, you know, that thing where you're like, oh, like, I don't even feel it. It's been like 2 minutes, and you're like, I don't even feel it. I'm doing great. So I, like, doubled my shots, because I was like,
oh God,
I'm so good at handling my liquor. And then after about 15 minutes of the party, I no longer remember any of the party. Everything that is to come in this story has been told to me, because I don't remember anything. So the point that my parents weren't there. My friends.
I was going to say.
The point that my friends knew that I was just wasted is when I like sat down, and my friends were like, oh, come on, Stormy, stand back up. And I'm like, I can't. And they're like, what do you mean you can't? And I'm like, no, like, I really can't, guys. And they're like, yes, you can. Come on. And they try to get me to stand up, and they like lift me up, and I just like, boom, right into one of my friends, and he falls over, and we both land on a stool, and both of us just go down. And at that point, my friends are like, all right, stand up. We're gonna go get her to lay down on a couch. And so they took me over to the couch, and like, I'm like not even like able to walk in a straight line, like, or walk at all, you know, like they're dragging me over to the couch.
Yeah, just straight dragging you across the floor.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And they lay me down face first on the couch, where I just like projectile vomit. And
oh God. No one drank it though, right?
That's how I'm spending my rest of the night, pretty much. And so I had 3 friends there with me, and one of them was like, I'm going to be here for you, Storm. I'm going to clean up after you. I'm here for you. The other 2 were like, screw this. She's vomiting. We're out of here. So they left my one poor friend to take care of me. And she's just having a rough night because I'm vomiting and I'm gone. I'm wasted. And so there was this other kid who was there that I'm going to name him Chad. I don't remember what his name was. But this kid, Chad, I've never met him before.
Can you call him Chaddington?
Chaddington?
Yes, please.
Yeah, we can call him Chaddington.
Chadifer?
Chadifer.
Chadifer. Okay, so Chadifer was there, and I had never met Chadifer before, but drunk me decided I hate this dude for some reason.
This is the most Dina answer I've ever heard. Please continue.
Because apparently he was being really sweet to me. My friend was like, yeah, he saw that I was alone taking care of you, so he was like, really sweet and helping take care of you, but I was just like not having it. And so I like looked up at him and I went, who is that? And he was like, oh, I'm Chadifer. And I was like, I don't like you. And then proceeded to have that same conversation with him for like an hour. In between vomiting, I would go like, who is that? And like, I knew that I had already asked this question, but for some reason, like, I couldn't help but ask it again. Yeah. And so I was like, over and over, I don't like him. And then I
hope he ends up your husband.
And so my friend left the room, and she was like, she's like, I'm gonna go, like, you need to leave. I'm gonna go get the other 2 friends, and we're gonna get out of here. And as she leaves, I just start screaming, and I'm like, don't leave me with him. And I'm like, because I did not want.
What if he was like a creep and like drunk Stormy like knew?
See, that's what I think. I think it's like when a dog knows that like it's a bad person, you have to trust the dog's instinct. Drunk me is like a dog.
Potato.
Yeah. Okay. So here comes the potato part. So my two friends, as they had left, they apparently went to McDonald's to get some food, and they came back. They had eaten all the food out of it except for like the little like fries that fall out of the
bag fries.
Yeah, the bag
Bless.
fries.
The bag fries.
Bless.
That's surprise.
Yeah, so that's all that's left in the bag. The bag's empty. And so my friends come back, they get me to the car because they're like, all right, we're getting you home, Stormy. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna puke though. And they're like, no, don't puke here. If you're gonna puke into this. And they hand me the McDonald's bag. And I look into it, ready to puke, and I see the fries at the bottom. And for some reason, I'm convinced that they're trying to feed me these fries because they don't believe that I don't like potatoes. And I just burst into tears, and I'm like just sobbing, and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nobody believes me that I hate potatoes. And
Oh my God.
sobbing, and my friends are like, you don't have to eat them, and I just like was just done. I was just sobbing for the rest of the night. And then they like, okay, you don't have to take the bag, and they like tried to get it away from me, and I'm like, I don't like potatoes, and I'm just sobbing over this. And so they ended up finally getting the bag of potatoes away from me, calmed me down, got me back to the house, and then laid me down on the couch. And then to end the night, I'm like falling asleep, and I open my eyes and I see one of the three friends who's like my best friend. I see her there, and I just start crying all over again. And I was like, if I was a boy, I'd date you. And I just start crying. That's how I ended up. Okay. Go to sleep. So I was very emotional, and I did not want them to feed me those potatoes. Screw those potatoes.
Listen, I've had that same conversation with Sean. I tell him all the time, if you were a girl, I'd date you.
He doesn't even say the girl part.
I don't.
He just says, I'd date you. Okay, but serious question. Were the fries okay?
Yeah, did they survive?
Did you throw up on the fries?
I don't think I ended up throwing up on the fries because I didn't want that bag anywhere in my sights.
Yeah.
So I think they got it away from me. I think the fries were okay. They survived.
The fries are safe, everybody. The fries are safe.
The fries are good.
I mean, listen, we're going to have to cut like half an hour off this show, Stormy, because we have like 20 potato-related questions. I don't even know what we're going to do from here on out. Like this
I don't have an interview anymore. I curated everything after she said that she cried over potatoes.
Hold on. But
I was so excited.
It's a unique perspective, though, right? To ask someone who doesn't like potatoes what the superior form of potatoes is, right?
Yeah, this is true.
Don't try to spin this, Mr. Positivity.
Yeah.
No, you can definitely ask me that question because I'll be able to answer it. There are some forms of potatoes that I eat.
Okay, I'm excited for this journey. So, Stormy, I think you know what's coming next, buddy.
Yeah.
Do you have tissues with you? Do you have a potato to cry over?
If she whips out a potato right now,
I swear to God, yeah.
I'm just gonna lose it.
I don't have a potato.
Listen, Stormy, we're about to get deep and personal and emotional. About to peel back the layers of the potato as we have our hard-hitting questions with Dina Soros.
All right, Stormy, you've hurt me a lot tonight.
Sorry.
I need you to redeem yourself.
Question
Okay.
one.
What?
How dare you?
Question one. Who the fuck do you think you are? All right. Well, what color is math?
What color is math?
Yeah.
Blue.
Very calming.
Do you like math?
No.
I feel
Why
like
would you
Dina
make it
has like
blue?
a whole color chart of moods that she's referring
I
to
have
right
a whole
now.
chart of subjects.
It's dark blue, and I say that because in high
'Cause
school
it's
when I
ugly?
had like the different like notebooks and stuff, the dark blue one I always pulled it out for math.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just
Were
like
you
what-
trying to make it happier? Is that it?
Maybe that's it. I need to have some like positivity.
Just-
Blue is my favorite color, but math is my least favorite subject. So maybe that's it. I'll
So
try to
you're
like
trying
trick
to make
myself.
Same.
Yeah.
It's reverse psychology. Yeah. All right. Are you team olive or team cilantro?
Team
Damn it, Dina.
Team Olive.
Oh,
Haven't heard that word in a while. Sorry, guys.
No, I was like, I'm waiting.
Stormy, I'm sorry. This is the end of our friendship. I'm so sorry it had to be this way.
Okay.
I'm Team Anti-Olive.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I'm team both. So
Yeah.
what's the big deal? Why can't we love both, Dina?
Yeah, Dina.
Because I said so, and this is my interview segment.
Bitch.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Please don't call me a bitch.
I did immediately think,
Alright.
like, when you first asked the question, I was like, on hot dogs? That's, like, where my mind immediately went.
Did you try
That's a
an
good
olive
place
on a
to
hot
go.
dog?
Did you get that
you-
idea?
What?
do it? Did you
I
do
did
it?
do it. Yeah, I tried it.
Yes! Yes,
Wait, you
Stormy!
Yeah.
Did you submit a video?
Yeah, I posted a video on Twitter. There's definitely a video of me eating an olive.
Did we miss that?
Producer
I
Sean, get
probably
to the
have
Twitter
it.
machine.
Right. I am joining this party a little late, but I did promise that I would eventually try olives on a hot dog. So here I am with my olives all up on my dog. I'm nervous. This better be good. It's like not gross, but it's not like super good either.
Okay. This one's a little bit long. So
Okay.
That's what she
if you're
Damn it!
hey you guys,
Oh.
Oh, I almost
if
did
you're
it
stuck
again.
on an island, wait, what?
I almost used the wrong hand. We're good. Everything's
We're
set.
good. Oh, God. Stormy's like, please, not
Everything's
again.
She's learning. She's learning. Good.
Clever girl.
If you're stuck on an island, pick 3 people in the world to help you get off. Now we're talking about any 3 people that would
Phrasing.
make
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Hey, phrasing!
Oh, get off the island! No, get off the island! 3 people to help you get off the island.
Ryan
Important
Reynolds,
distinction.
Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't mean that. So I'm talking about any 3 people that would make for the elite group to help you escape.
To help
it could
you get
be
off?
anyone, including Mrs. Johnson from the post office or the bus driver from Route 9 or whatever. Like anybody that would be able to help you escape.
Okay.
I can't take this seriously now because you said get off.
Anxiety.
You know, that's all I'm thinking about now is who's your ideal orgy, Stormy? You don't have to answer that question. I'm just saying.
Don't answer that question.
Please don't answer that question.
Because my answer is
Nobody wants to know.
producer Sean. All 3 times I clone him.
I really just meant like to escape.
I understood what you
Dina.
meant. My mind never even went there.
Yeah, no.
Thank you. Mine didn't either.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
No, it didn't. I literally read this question so many times. I gotta rewrite that. That's-
Are you pulling a Tobias right now where you don't realize that what you're saying is overtly sexual?
God, I love
And you're just
Tobias.
saying it casually?
Shout out Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor.
I like reverted to like the cult days or something because
Yeah.
I really didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay, Stormy, pick 3 people.
Okay. All right. So this is partly so that I just have a celebrity, and then also so that I have some like strength. But I'm bringing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
So yeah, gotta
Yeah.
have like that's like a double whammy there.
Yeah.
I can get his autograph, and he can help me lift.
I mean,
heavy
you
things.
bond when you're on a desert island together. Like, you'll come off this island being best
True.
friends.
Yeah,
like-
that's true.
It'll be like Journey to the Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and then okay, what's the like man versus wild dude? What's his name?
Bear Grylls.
Is that his name?
I mean, he's
No,
one of the
there's-
survival
there's
guys.
2 of them. There's Survivor Man and there's Man versus Wild.
The man versus wild one.
Do you want the
Man
one that
versus
drinks his own
Wild.
piss or the other one?
Is Bear Grylls.
Yeah. Okay.
Man
She wants
versus-
to
Man
drink her
versus
own
Wild is
piss.
Bear Grylls.
Yeah. She wants
Yeah.
to drink her own piss. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
I've always wanted to filter that enough so that I could do that.
We are just getting a lot of clips from
the
Dina
piss
right now.
filter. You can literally go on Amazon to buy the thing
Okay.
that
I watched this movie when I was a kid that was like about surviving in Alaska, and they were like refining their urine to like make it recyclable. And it's a thing. I just want to know.
Listen, urine is 98 point something % water, and then the rest is sterile. So it's not like you could drink your piss as is. You don't have to filter it.
I don't like to think about that. No, I want to filter it. And I'm going to filter it.
It's mostly water.
No, because then I can't be like, I'm drinking like recycled urine. Like I can't, it's not clean. I need it to be new. I need it to not be directly out of my body.
That's fair. Yeah. So we'll go Waterworld style. Kevin Costner had a whole like chemistry set.
So we got The Rock and we got Bear Grylls. I mean, you got some epic names for your heroes too. Like I feel like,
Stormy, The Rock, and then Bear Grylls.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. Yes.
That's an adventuring party about to go slay a fucking dragon is what that is.
Do we even need a third person? Just kidding. I'll bring my
We don't even need a third person.
I'm right here.
And then for my last person, I think I want somebody that I'm like close to, so I'd bring my little sister. Plus she's small. She's smaller than me. So I can get her to go into any tight places if I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus you could brag to her that you got Dwayne The Rock Johnson's autograph.
That's true.
She did it.
Yeah. You have to tell your sister, like, listen, you're not allowed to talk to The Rock. Don't
of The
embarrass
Rock
me.
being there. You're like, hey,
this
Dwayne,
is your side of the island,
I'm
and this
trolling
is
my
mine and The
sister.
Rock's side. Yeah.
Sign my shit. Do not sign hers.
Oh, man,
She's taking a selfie
Sharpie.
with
It's
the
run out
last
of ink.
1% of her phone.
Do you like I almost said do you like potatoes because I'm so traumatized. Do you like pickles?
I love pickles.
Okay, what's your favorite kind of pickle?
Did I finally answer one right?
You
Yeah,
did.
no,
Good
that's
job.
a good answer. Yeah.
Sink pickle.
Sink
is the
pickle be
only
praised.
correct answer. I'm sorry. Bless.
Jerkins.
Bless.
Yes, the little
It's
like
called
baby jerkins.
gherkins.
Mini ones.
It's a gherkin, Dina, not a jerkin. God damn it.
I totally thought it was jerkins.
You thought it was jerkin too? And we're the perverted ones.
For the
perverted
folks at home.
ones.
Folks at home, the ladies here, they prefer jerkins.
They like jerkins.
Anyway, move on.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
She
I
wants
need a
jerkins with
moment.
The Rock.
Stormy,
Yes.
I can't look at you. What's the superior form of potato?
The superior form of potato is in the form of a potato chip, especially Pringles.
Oh.
Hey, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
All right. What flavor? What do you roll
All
with?
right.
I can eat pretty much any of them. I love salt and vinegar and then original Pringles.
I love salt and vinegar.
Yes, salt and vinegar is so good. Like, burn my taste buds
It's my
off.
favorite. Yes,
You know
for
what
real.
Pringles
Have you ever
does?
had hers? Oh,
They basically take mashed potatoes and then make them into chips. That's how Pringles are made, and it's glorious.
yeah.
They're delicious.
Have you ever had hers? HERRS? Salt and vinegar chips.
I don't
Is this
think I
gonna
have.
be like Rashida Jones from The Office.
Talk about fuck up my taste buds with salt and vinegar. It's so good. Oh my! It's so strong. It's so
strong. I like the vinegar.
It's so like I literally like I'm convinced that I'm gonna get a cold sore every time or like infected whatever taste bud like that swells up because it's so much vinegar.
Yes.
Oh.
So good.
Mess up my taste.
Sean, don't
For the
one
record-
eyebrow me.
You can't get an infection from eating too much vinegar.
Okay, no, but what is it? But what is it called when it's a swollen taste bud? Like after you eat something that's super sharp.
It's called don't cut your tongue. What are you doing?
No. Do you not know what I'm talking about? Like where your taste bud is like it's a little, like it's
Yeah, I know what you
swollen.
mean. It's like you overdid
It's
it.
irritated.
You overdid it, is
Yeah,
what it is.
you went
Yeah, I
there.
know what
Yeah.
you mean. I don't think
It's
you have a
irritated.
cold
So
sore.
what is that called?
Are you
That's not. I
doing
didn't mean cold
exercise?
sore, but like, isn't that on your
Listen,
foot?
have you guys listen? Hold on. Have you guys ever eaten so many Pringles that suddenly you have herpes?
The Pringle support line.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Listen, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if it has a
What
name.
is it called? It definitely has a name.
Okay, WebMD it then, real quick.
Canker sore.
Kelly
is what
says canker sore.
See, I
Kelly
said
says
Are you
canker
sure
sore.
that's not like
Well,
a wart or something?
No, canker sore is not a
It's
wart.
not a wart.
What the fuck, Dina? God damn it.
You gotta burn it off with freaking liquid nitrogen.
So
a
listen, how you get a
small
canker
sore
sore
inside
is
the
you get a
mouth, really
frog
big
in your
stuff.
mouth, and then it gives you warts, and
Oh my god. Am I like broken if I have one?
no,
Is that bad?
You're broken for life.
You have
that's
mouth
what it is.
Ew,
herpes.
no, that's not what I'm talking about. Those look so gross.
Oh, Dina.
I'm
Oh,
not
honey.
talking about that.
Oh, honey.
That's not a canker sore?
I'm not talking about that.
We're not talking about that.
That's so vicious.
Oh, Dina. Oh, honey.
No, because it's not on my lip. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Any doctors in the
All right.
audience, please
Okay.
chime in.
All right.
Kelly insists it's
That's
a
all that I
canker
have.
sore, so we'll do the research and we will.
I'm gonna send her a picture of my tongue next time it happens.
No, I know what you're talking about, where it's like a little white,
Please don't.
a white
I'll
thing
take your
on
word
the
for it.
outside of your tongue. Yeah, it's like when you burn your tongue or anything like that, and it get like a little white, like nubbin.
So like when the chicken nuggies are hot out of the oven and Daniel just shoves the whole sheet
right
pan
in
into
there.
his mouth
Yep.
and he gets like the white irritation on his tongue.
Oh, it's like a chemical burn.
chemical burn.
Oh, okay. I don't. It's fine.
I'd like to remind everyone that Dina was raised in a cult and part of the Florida educational system, so she does not represent the rest of the world, and we apologize in advance.
Maybe it's just a blister.
All right, so
Canker-
Dina,
canker
are
sore
you
is
done
pretty strange.
traumatizing our guest with your potato questions?
I am done.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well,
Thank
now
you so
we're gonna transition over a little bit, and Stormy, we're gonna talk about your book, The Little Door, which is available on Amazon, or you can even find it on her website, StormyLynn.com. Now, this is a little bit different. I don't read a ton of YA, but one of the first things that really stood out to me is you made a lot of very subtle choices in your world building when you came up with this. Things like the merry morning instead of good morning. And, just like you did this great job of creating cultural differences between, the human character and the woodland dwelling characters, whether it's the ears versus the cheeks flushed. How did you come about wanting to build those little details into your story and kind of creating the world itself of Maverick?
That's a really good question. I think that a lot of it for me was driven by the character Rylan. He's like, when I think about the wood dwellers, he's like the poster boy of wood dwellers for me. And I love his character. He's my favorite character in the book. And so a lot of it was like me wanting to set him apart and thinking like, so I kind of like developed his character. And then after taking his character, I was like, okay, now in what ways does he stand out from other wood dwellers? Because, like he's not just a typical wood dweller. There's things about him that are different. And then there's things about him that are the same. And so in starting with like his personality, then I don't know if that's like maybe working backwards, but I started with his personality and then I like formed the world around him because I loved his personality so much that the world bended to him.
No, I love it. Makes absolute sense. He was definitely one that
That's really
absolutely stood out to us.
Cool.
And it made it really clear too. So let's talk about, because I know that you just said that your world building was around Rylan sort of, but what influences did you have while writing this? Like other literature or movies, perhaps, or...
Yeah. Okay. So, a lot of the story is, I think, pretty, maybe obviously, inspired by the Chronicles of Narnia, specifically The Lion, the Witch, and Wardrobe. I love the Chronicles of Narnia. It's one of my favorite stories. Like growing up, it was like always one of my favorites. So a lot of the story is inspired by that. That was a big part of my inspiration. As well as not necessarily even a story, but a lot of what I did for writing this, because it takes place in the woods and it's so like one with nature, that I actually went camping and I would do a lot of my early writing and world building just in nature. So I'd be like sitting next to a river, listening to like the bubbling stream, and hearing those noises and like being submerged in that world. That's where a lot of it was created, was within the woods. And then it's so basic, but I have to give credit where credit's due. A lot of my world building was inspired by the Harry Potter series because it's so submersive that like I wanted my world to be a little submersive as well, you know, or not a little. I wanted it to be submersive as well. I wanted it to feel like you entered the world of the wood dwellers.
And I think that it definitely shows through. And you know, for the folks at home that don't know, you know, kind of a little bit about this book, it's, you know, girl falls through a door in the river and kind of gets into a magical universe. And, you know, it starts out as just kind of a fun YA romp. She's, you know, kind of exploring the world, but then you kind of touch on some darker themes and really kind of bring to light some really interesting topics, whether it's colonialism, racism, a lot of these different cultural wars between, you know, a more nature-based society and a more industrial-based society. What made you want to take some of these thematic routes?
Okay, so then I totally forgot until you asked that question that another one of my big inspirations is from Pocahontas, which was totally one of my favorite Disney movies, like still to this day, one of my favorite Disney movies. And I know whenever I say that, people come at me with like but it's so not historical. And I'm like, okay, well, it's Disney, so it's okay.
Suspend the disbelief, guys.
Yeah, suspend the disbelief and just enjoy the themes for what they are. And so some of those themes were always my favorite. And so I like low-key went through a little hippie stage in my life. I got a tattoo of a peace sign on my foot because I walk in peace.
Oh, you said the F word.
Sorry.
She walks in peace. That's really cute.
Daniel, are you
Daniel's
okay?
dead. It's the thumbs up.
Ashley's dying.
Okay, well, Daniel is dying, which I think is hilarious and so fun.
Love you too, Dina. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I totally lost my train of thought because I was like, this is it.
Okay, hold on. While they collect themselves, Stormy, you mentioned that you had some inspiration from Harry Potter. What Hogwarts house do you belong with?
Oh.
Slytherin.
Oh shit!
That's another chip.
It makes sense with the potatoes because only a Slytherin would hate potatoes.
Only Slytherin. Definitely not no Gryffindor.
Definitely not a Hufflepuff.
Oh, definitely not. Well, I think Hufflepuff just enjoys all the food.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a Hufflepuff, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah, checks out.
Who's going next?
We were talking about just some of the darker themes, like the colonialism, the racism, you know, the kind of industrial versus nature living.
Yeah, so that's kind of where the inspiration came from, is a little Pocahontas, and not necessarily even like as I was writing it, but just like my background and how much I like grew up with Pocahontas and those themes, and going through my little bit of a hippie stage. And so I in my story, I was really trying to like, I wanted to hit on like different ways of living can remain different, you know, like I don't expect the other side, with the group that's the more industrialized civilization, I don't expect them to ever end up living like the wood dwellers. They don't have to do that, but the wood dwellers don't have to change either, you know? So I wanted to show that like it can be different, and that's okay. It can remain different, and that doesn't mean either is right or wrong.
What was it like having to build in, like, because I mean, you had bits of foreshadowing and everything that led up to like the big reveal at the end and everything like that. So what was it like having to build that alongside of your world building that was so detailed?
I think the hardest part about any of the foreshadowing was wanting to like still have some like surprise, some twist in it. And like trying to find that balance, you know? And I think that was the most difficult part, is like, am I like shoving the like plot twist into the reader's face. And I think for some readers, probably yes. So I was keeping in mind that it is YA and that some of those younger readers might miss some of that foreshadowing a little bit more. But yeah, so that I think that was the most difficult part. But also, I sat down, like I was so hardcore planning for this. It was no flying by the seat of my pants going on. Like I sat down and I knew
you're a plotter.
Definitely am a plotter. Yes.
It's another strike. We're not soulmates.
I can have my moments, and I think like one of the things that I like to do is like plan it all, but then let the like characters kind of rewrite it if they need to. You know, if that makes sense. Like,
trust me, I'm on the exact same boat.
So a planter.
Yeah.
So sorry. I'm gonna go a little bit of a side note because this is a theory that I've been wanting to bring to light, and this brings up a really good point. One of our friends, Chris Smith, in real life, he kind of had his theory after watching a bunch of our episodes, where we've kind of noticed that. So, for example, Dina, in your life, you would say that you're a very organized person, yes?
Yes, extremely.
When you write, though, what are you?
I'm a pantser. It's very chaotic. And
so and I'm the exact opposite. In my life, I am fly by the seat of my pants, just fucking YOLO, whatever happens, happens. But when I write, that's the only time in my entire life that I'm an organized plotter, get everything out. Do you find that your writing style in general is opposite from your general lifestyle?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh.
I'm a total like.
She's a teacher too.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I'm a planner. I'm very organized. I actually like with my friends. They always called me the Monica of the group because I was like clean and everything needed to be in its place, you know. So, and then that's kind of how my writing is too.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit less. Like I don't need it as planned, except for in this book. This book took a lot of planning. I planned a lot for this book.
I bet you have those little Post-it bookmark things, like those skinny Post-it things that you mark pages with.
I sure do.
Yep.
I knew it.
And then just going to one other quick thing off of the, the foreshadowing thing. When I was reading the play, that was one of the things that cracked me up so much. When I was reading the scene where like the woodland.
Inside. Okay, I thought you were calling the book a play, and I was like, "What the?"
No. I'm talking about the play
story
within the book.
story.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Okay.
That felt like the most realistic children's production of any theater that I've ever seen, and I feel like there's a story there. I feel like you've been to some of these types of productions where you bring 3 and 4 year olds and elementary school kids on stage, because that felt.
I never did that. Like, I never did plays, but I danced my whole life, like starting from when I was 3-ish until I was like 15 is when I kind of quit dancing a little bit. And that's exactly how it is watching a dance recital with little kids. Like they all walk out holding hands. And then there's the one kid who's just crying. And then there's the other kid who's like standing there like, I've never seen any of this a day in my life.
You just described our show.
Yeah, that is
literally
true. No, I just thought that was such a fun little scene, and I was like, yeah, she's been to some recitals of some kind.
I've been to some dance recitals, and it's always adorable watching the little kids, like, they have no clue what's going on, and then the poor teachers at the front, like, trying to show them the little dance moves, like, come on, we've done this for, like, a few months now, come on, and the kids are just, like, staring. One of them's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Got the one, but you want to know, I need to know that we all know what we're doing here, Stormy. Do you want to give us a little read from your book?
Oh, yes, I would love to. So I'm going to be reading from chapter 3, which is when you first meet Rylan, who is my favorite of the wood dwellers.
Okay. # Team Ryland.
I love Rylan. I'm so glad that other people like Rylan. Okay.
I love him.
This is chapter 3. It's called The Elf Boy. Rose blinked into the sun. The darkness that had overcome her vision was melting away, and Rose felt warmth baking into her wet skin. As she stared into the glimmering brightness of the sun, her view was partially blocked by the head of a boy. It was hard to make out features at first because her vision was still hazy and the sun shone into her eyes, making the head appear to be a black silhouette in front of Rose's face. The outline of the head showed messy hair and pointy ears that jutted straight out, blocking even more of the sun. The head tilted sideways, shielding the rays from Rose's vision, and she was able to make out the bluest eyes she had ever seen in her life, staring down at her with a combination of terror and confusion. With the rays of sunlight directly behind his head, the boy appeared to be glowing an iridescent yellow. Sorry, guys. Rose realized she was just dreaming again. The only funny part was that there were a few differences between this dream and the one she normally had. For example, normally she never gets pulled out of the water by the boy. She always just misses his hand before she wakes up, ending the dream floating in the rapids. Right now, she was perched on the giant boulder in a puddle. Also, the boy looked significantly aged in this dream versus her usual dream. Normally, the boy appeared to be a small child. Now, the boy before her could hardly be called a boy. He was definitely older than Rose, despite the wide and innocent-looking eyes staring down at her. And the last difference between the usual dream and the one Rose was currently having was the pain. There was a throbbing pain in her head. Her body felt as though she had just put herself through a high cycle in the washer and dryer, and there was a burning sensation in her nose and face that seemed to be growing wider and hotter. Overwhelmed with the painful burning in her face, Rose thrust her body up and onto her elbow, sputtering water from her nose and mouth as she coughed fiercely. It felt like every orifice in her head was leaking water. She was hacking up water out of her lungs. Streams were leaking out each nostril. A warm sensation was sloshing around in each ear, and her eyes were pooling with tears. And the elf boy jumped back as Rose spewed water. He watched with a horrified look on his face, his pointy ears thrust straight back on his head like a scared dog. After a few minutes of confused hacking, Rose finally started seeing more clearly. The haze that had muddied her vision cleared, and her head felt less groggy. With the confusion lifted, Rose eyed the elf boy, realizing why this felt so different from her usual dream. Was it possible this wasn't a dream? Who? Rose sputtered, scrambling to sit up. She eyed the boy in front of her curiously as his pointy ears, which had laid straight back against his head during the past few minutes, shot up straight like a trained hunting dog listening for sounds in the distance. He was dressed from head to toe in all greens or browns in what appeared to be a scratchy fabric. Rose corrected herself. What are you? I'll end it there.
Yes. And by the way, that was one of my favorite things because, like, I was just picturing Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, like, with how expressive his ears were. And I loved that. Like, every single time I was like, oh my God, yeah, the ears are lying flat, the ears are sticking up. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like
it's
little...
inspired by my German Shepherd, Max. His ears do the same.
She's all like, I love Rylan. He's like my dog.
His ears do the same thing. He'll be like, and then I'll be like sad, and he'll be like, It's the most expressive little ears.
Oh, man. Sorry. So we're going to ask you 2 more questions about your book. Then we're going to get to some of these off-the-wall questions. And since I love putting Dina on the spot, Dina, what's the next question for our guest?
I just shit myself. Can you ask a question, Daniel? You know.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Dina, you're on the spot. Yeah, buddy.
I have sweaty palms. Oh my God. Okay. Well, let's talk about the ending that you left us with, and don't give away spoilers, but are we looking into a book 2, or
we are looking into a book 2, so I'm actually hoping to release a sequel by the end of this summer. I say hoping only because it's still in like the editing phase, and I'm panicking because I'm like, is it going to be done by summer? So it should be coming out this summer, and I guess this has to be a little bit of a spoiler for the end of this book. It has to be, but
Don't make a weird exclusive.
Here we go.
What I will say is that Rose ends up returning to the world of the wood dwellers, only to find that Rylan, for some reason, isn't there.
Oh!
That's all.
That's the damn tease right there. That's the hot wax, Dina.
Oh my god,
That's
wait.
the hot
What if
wax.
he like goes to like our world looking for her? Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, listen, that's a Don't Make It Weird exclusive. So fans, make sure you guys tweet Stormy every day and just give her like a gentle nudge, like, "Hey, how's editing going? We need to know what happens with Rose." You know, I mean, just
Gentle.
gentle. Yeah.
Don't be pushy.
Yeah. But man, I don't even know how to follow that up. I mean, all right,
You're welcome.
all right.
Put me on the spot again, bitch.
So, you know what? Listen, I had a question, but I think that's too perfect of a little segue, and I'm just going to leave it there.
What a cop out.
Okay, I was going to ask about the divorce and the motivations and how it dealt with Rose, but listen, we're going to cut all that because your question was a perfect bow, Dina.
Yeah, we don't need that one.
That's a perfect
Let's
bow.
go.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to put Dina back on the spot with our first off-the-wall question.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I can't take Sean seriously. Okay. I've had it on my computer behind my laptop for all day so that I like don't forget. Mr. Tumnus versus Rylan in a battle to the death. Who's winning?
Oh shit.
She's so sad.
Hold on, does
This is how I
Rylan
felt about the
get
potatoes.
his beast?
No.
Oh fuck.
Maybe I'm biased, but I think Rylan, because he kicks butt and he's like literally a war hero. I have to go with Rylan. I think that he'd be able to.
I think he would too.
Hashtag Team Rylan. All right, so Stormy, I don't have as much of a question as I have a request.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
How familiar are you with wrestling promos? Like WWF?
No, Daniel.
Yeah.
Pick another
Nope,
one.
this has to happen. I have to have this.
Sean, back me up
Nope,
here.
I have to have this. Sean,
Don't do this to
Sean.
her.
What if I'm not familiar?
Then you're safe from this whole
You're very
exercise.
safe. You don't have to
Just
do
think
it.
about The Rock. Think
Go
about
to
how The
Plan
Rock.
B.
Nope,
Daniel.
nope. I can't do
Go
that.
to Plan B.
You
Daniel.
have a plan B.
We're gonna put a pin on this because I need you to say a certain set of words. But we'll put a pin on it. Yep, I do. I need this. It's Stormy. Can you just say as badass in as badass a way as you can? Can you say, "Can you feel it?" Take a beat, then say, "The power of Stormy."
Am I going to disappoint Dina more than she's already been disappointed?
Yeah, you're already.
No,
you're
just.
Yeah,
No,
you're gonna make my dreams
there's
come
no
true,
way
Stormy.
I'm
Stormy,
disappointing
you can make my
with
dreams
this.
come true.
My disappointment is solely in Daniel.
Listen, I'll tell you why afterwards, and it's completely harmless, but it's just Daniel stroking his own ego.
Yes, this is
So-
true. Very, very accurate.
Okay,
There's nothing
the
gross.
second part was the power of Stormy.
Yes.
That was the second part?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you feel it? The power of Stormy.
Yes.
So in a previous, or actually not in a previous episode of our show, in our appearance on We Have Issues, we talked about the fact that Daniel and I used to role play as professional wrestlers when we were teenagers. And
That was
Dina, what was that? What?
I said that's what she said.
And
Sorry.
Daniel's character that he created for as a wrestler was Storm, and his catchphrase was "Can you feel it? The power of Storm," and that's why he's doing that. So
I've just been thinking about it
there you go.
nonstop ever since I knew you were gonna be our guest. I needed you to say it. I'm sorry. Thank you for stroking my ego.
He's horrible.
Okay, but my real question:
he's really bad.
if you replace
Wait, that was
Rylan
it?
with Jar Jar Binks, how does this go for the Woodland Dwellers?
No, we're cutting it. We're cutting it. Go ahead, Stormy. Answer if you'd
Wait,
like.
this is really fun.
I don't feel like I'm properly prepared to be able to answer that question. I don't know.
No one's prepared for the
Not
Jar
a Star
Jar.
Wars fan?
Do you know who Jar Jar Binks is?
Yeah, I know who Jar Jar Binks is. I just don't know how it would affect like my writing. It'd be the exact same.
Fair enough.
Surprised by the book, and you'll find out why.
Rose and Jar Jar, the real love. All right. No, that's perfect. Stormy, thank you for being such a good sport. And I'm so sorry in advance for what you're about to have to do.
Oh, no.
Guys, every week we celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history, usually selected by the Literary Review of British Literary Magazine. And we call this segment Cringy Copulation. These are real excerpts from real books intended to be taken seriously. This week's excerpt will be read by Stormy Lynn. It is from Portnoy's Complaint by Phillip Roth, an American legend of an author.
Twitter DM, Stormy. Don't read ahead.
Don't read ahead. Gotta read it cold. You gotta get seductive, Stormy. I need to feel the seductivity. Is that a word? That's a word.
Nope.
Seductivity.
Yeah.
Seductivity. How many lip bites should I include in this?
Oh. Listen, for the audio only audience, she is just lip biting, taking her clothes off. It's crazy. You can trust us, audio audience.
Just subscribe to the YouTube. Don't actually watch it.
All right.
At least 3 lip bites.
On the background.
Definitely need at least 3 lip bites and 1 wink.
Okay. I'll see if I can fit that in.
Don't take direction
depends on
from
what
him.
it says.
Just
I haven't
read
read it, but... All right. Well, where is this right mind on that afternoon I came home from school to find my mother out of the house in our refrigerator, stocked with a big, purplish piece of raw liver.
Raw liver, baby, yeah.
I believe that I have already confessed to the piece of liver that I bought in a butcher shop and banged behind a billboard on the way to a bar mitzvah lesson. Well, I wish to make a clean breast of it, Your Holiness, that it wasn't my first piece. My first piece I had in the privacy of my own home, rolled around my cock in the bathroom at 3:30, and then had again on the end of a fork at 5:30, along with the other members of that poor, innocent family of mine. So, now you know the worst thing I've ever done. I fucked my own family's dinner. I feel like I need to go take a shower after eating.
Listen, we didn't even need the explanation at the end. I fucked my family's dinner. We know. Okay, hold on. I need to say something right now because, listen, a little inside baseball for the listeners and for Stormy. We have conversations about these things while we're prepping for episodes, okay? And we take certain steps when we're giving a reading like this to a guest. And Dina... I left it up to Dina to say at what point of the scale do we want to give to Stormy, and Dina said like a 7 out of 10 in terms of fucked upness. Based on what she said, I measured like a 7 out of 10. But honestly, this is the worst one. This is the worst one. This is like a 12 out of 10.
I'm so honored.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. So, growing up, before we realized that they were killing me, I had liver and onions all the time.
Yeah.
Isn't liver just like, is it like an inflated organ, or what is it? Why is he?
Is this going to make it better? I don't think whatever it is going to make it better.
Dina, hold on, okay?
We need to like logistic.
Listen. He fucked the liver. And then he cooked it and fed it to his family.
Ew. Isn't that cannibalism?
It doesn't matter what animal the liver came from.
Many animals have livers.
No, because it's like his future
liver.
babies are now in the liver.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thusly, in the mouths of his family.
Stormy, how'd you feel about that? What's your emotional state after? For the folks that are listening on audio only,
Joe,
she's currently ordering liver from her Amazon basket. So,
Amazon basket?
I don't know why I said
Jesus
Amazon
Christ.
basket. I should have said grocery store, but yeah.
Everyone gets their
Amazon
liver from the
Fresh.
Amazon basket, you guys. All right, so 1 second pitch.
No, hold on. I'm not ready to move on from this. I still feel like there needs to be discussion.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're to blame for this.
Oh, I know, and I'm incredibly proud of myself.
Yeah, I hated every second of that.
But you know what? We have to respect your commitment to
That
it.
was commitment.
Despite the fact that you fucking hated it. You just rode right through it.
I got
You
my
didn't
lip bites.
falter.
You got the lip bites in. Yes, you did.
I'm
Incredible.
not okay.
I'm not okay. And listen, for the folks at home, again, this was author Phillip Roth. He is one of the most awarded American writers of his generation. His books have twice received the National Book Award, the National Books Critics Circle Award, 3 times the Penn Faulkner Award. He's received a Pulitzer Prize. This is one of the most decorated
Okay, hold
writers
on.
in history that wrote about fucking
Take them away.
Hot take.
yeah.
Philip Roth has 100% fucked a liver like he has.
Personal experience.
Yeah, that was a deeply personal.
Listen,
Does he have? Does he
listen.
have
When you
children?
write, you have to do research, right? Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
He's. I don't like it here.
Will anyone who's ever been here for this moment ever be able to order liver again? Is the question.
No. Well, I don't like liver, but like here's the
love
thing. Like
liver.
whenever I see it, like liver and onions looks and smells so appetizing to me, but then I try it and I'm like, that's that liver texture,
Yeah.
and I don't like it. And if you add Philip Roth's semen to it, it's even worse. So.
It's definitely like he definitely was like, here, kids, eat my shiz. Like
Bless.
that's not okay.
And Stormy,
Keep it in the family.
well,
Keep it
what
in
if
the
I
family.
told you that this
What?
was not the grossest read that I found?
Yeah, we asked him for a 7 out of 10
Compared to the other options, because eventually Dina's going to have to read some of these other ones that I've got lined up, and you'll look back and go, by comparison, that's a
can't-
7 out of 10.
I can't wait for us to get canceled so that I don't have to do that.
It's going to happen. All right, Daniel. Segue.
All right,
Segue.
all right. Again, Stormy, thank you for being such a good sport. We freaking love you. You're incredible.
I'm gonna leave after this and go out and see my husband. He'll be like, "How was it?" And I'll be like, "I didn't like it."
I'm damaged for life.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm pre-apologizing to your husband.
Yeah, right now.
Right now.
You're going to walk out of the room, just head straight to the shower. He's going to be like, hey, honey, how was it? I can't talk about it.
Honey, can you get the bleach? Just get it. Pour it over me.
Drink it, please.
She's just going to be fully clothed, just weeping in the shower. Like,
Please don't be in love. Do you guys know that TikTok
No.
trend? Where they're fully
No.
clothed in the shower?
No.
Okay.
We're over
Okay.
yeah,
30.
we're old.
So, no.
I mean, Stormy probably
I'm
knows,
not.
but I don't.
Okay.
All right, 1 second
All right,
pitch.
so Stormy, we've got a tradition on the show. You're going to have an opportunity to pitch your book in 1 second. So you only got like a couple of words in here. You got to say them super fast. We've had people seduce our audience, threaten our audience, bribe our audience, and I don't know, everything in between. So you got 1 second to tell people why they should read your book. And then we'll give you a full elevator pitch opportunity to sell it for them the long form way. But are you ready for this?
Okay, wait. When you say pitch, like people threaten, like should I like be hinting towards what my book is about?
Why
or, like,
should
I'll
people
stab you?
buy your book is
Okay.
the thing here. Yeah.
Okay.
For example, Peter Shaw, one of our first guests ever, said,
Buy me book or I'll kill you.
yeah, that was his 1 second pitch.
That was his
Buy me
1
book or
second
kill ya?
pitch.
Yeah,
Wait, say it one
Oh,
more time.
Scottish.
What was it?
Buy me Booker or kill you.
that was very Scottish, but I
That
mean,
was so Scottish. That was not Liverpool. Buy my book or I'll kill you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I got it. I'm like trying to process now. I'm like, oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
all right, here we go. I'm going to count you in.
I'm gonna halfway steal from him. Okay.
Do it.
Got it. Look, or else I'll you in a river.
Oh!
Oh!
You might drown,
That's
or you
good.
might end up in a magical kingdom. Could be either or.
Yeah, who knows?
good,
Who knows?
That was good. That was very good.
Read my book and find out.
All right. So Stormy, you get a full chance. Give the full elevator pitch. Why should people check out your novel?
All right. So I think that people should check out my novel if they want to know a little bit about what it's like to be a wood dweller, because no human has ever gotten to meet a wood dweller or see a wood dweller. In fact, they hide away from all humans. And this may be the first ever written documentation of what a wood dweller is like and what their history is like. And it's basically like picking up a textbook and finding out about a whole magical kingdom. Why would you miss out on that opportunity?
Let's go.
Okay, you know what? That pitch was so good, but Daniel ruined it by basically sucking off his microphone. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, because I was like leaning in. I was leaning in, and then she started making me go, and I was like, oh. And then I was thinking about liver, and here we are.
Thinking about liver. Yeah. Thinking about fucking liver. Great. Stormy, you're amazing. Daniel, you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
So, guys, again, seriously, this is another book that gets the Don't Make a Weird stamp of approval, man. It's an incredible YA fantasy. It takes you to a whole nother world. Stormy makes lovable characters, and I definitely want to live in a tree now. So you guys got to check it out. You can find Little Doors on Amazon or on her website at StormyLynnWrites.com.
No, go back. What? Go back.
That's not
go
the
back.
title.
Go back.
I said
go
Little
back.
Door.
Go back.
Oh, I said Little Doors. Fuck
You
me.
said you can find Little Doors.
Yeah, I fucked
it's
that up.
The Little Door,
Little Door,
singular.
yeah.
Let's try it again.
Me fuck
Reel
up a
it back.
name? Who would ever do that? Yeah. All right, so guys, you can check out her book, The Little Door. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on her website, StormyLynnWrites.com. Man, and if you guys all harass her, and we gently, of course, we might even get book 2 out.
We do not endorse
more than-
harassment
it's
in this establishment.
Yeah,
It's
consensual harassment. So only if like you're cool and she likes you.
Consensual harassment.
It's just a little nudge.
That's an oxymoron.
Like, hey, Stormy, I'm thinking about Rylan. I just wanted you to know I woke up on
Why do we
Wednesday.
let him talk?
I don't know. I always regret it. Every time I'm just like, no, I don't want this pressure. I'm going to let Daniel do it. He's so good at this. And then I go, oh, wait. No, he's not. He's the worst person to do anything.
Dina, once again, showing her love language towards me. So, all right, can I put you on the spot one more time, Stormy? Nothing weird,
Yes.
guys. Don't do anything. In the vein of us getting Don't Make a Weird exclusives, would you be willing to share the title of book 2?
It has so far been unreleased, but because I love you guys,
Oh my God.
the sequel is going to be called The Wood Dwellers.
Let's go!
Oh, that's
That
good.
is good. All right, Stormy, thank you so much. Man, what a great guest. Dina, final thoughts before we get out of here.
I've never done that ever. What are
Every
you talking
time
about?
you say final thoughts, she's like, what?
Wait, does he always do that?
Just ignore him. Just ignore
No,
him.
he doesn't. He does not ever ask me for final thoughts because I would 100% just go, it was good. Like,
I just love putting you on the spot, Dina. It's my favorite thing. I try to find new and creative ways too.
that's never happened.
Hey, so Daniel, where can they find you on Twitter, buddy?
You can find me on Twitter at Dan Q Writes Thing. That's Dan Q Writes Thing singular.
It's
It's not dank. Stormy, you're on my side. We are literary soulmates. Tell him it's not dank.
Kelly says dank. Kelly said dank. So
Tell him
that's
we're
the
literary
law in my
we're
house.
literary soulmates. Stormy, tell them.
Stormy and Rain. Both say.
Come on, don't do it, Stormy.
Oh man, I feel pretty neutral on this.
I literally couldn't care what they call
It's
you.
okay. It's okay. Where can the folks find you, Dina?
You can find me on Twitter at Dinosaurs D. That's D like D's nerds.
And Stormy, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Stormy Lynn Writes.
Awesome. And producer Sean, where can the folks find you?
I'm going to eat something. I don't know what it is, but it's going to get eaten.
Not wings or sushi?
Not tonight.
I love Kelly yelling in the background. This is my new favorite thing. I need my Kelly shouting segments.
Oh my god.
Me too.
Oh, God. Excellent.
Okay,
So, guys, thank you again for being with us on this episode. Stormy, thank you again. I hope you guys all check out her book because we have fallen in love with Stormy Lynn. I hope that that's okay. Just tell your brother.
Your brother? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Listen, he's been in the South for far too long. Okay.
I've got no coming back from this. I've got nothing.
Oh, God. Your career is over.
I don't even know where you're going with that.
I was trying to say, tell your husband that it's
husband,
okay.
but-
Yeah, that's what
Husband and brother are interchangeable? Like, how do you mix that up?
I don't know, man. I have a lot of self-exploration to do right now.
Oh, God.
This is a new low point for me. I don't.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
I need 2 showers after this, you guys.
we're all showering after this
I
episode.
Shower.
Oh, God.
2.
Not together.
2.
I'm gonna shower. With John.
Definitely together.
Yeah, definitely together. Put clothes on so we can all cry in the shower as we're all showering together. Yeah.
Please don't be.
Oh, God damn it. All right, guys, thank you all for joining us. We love you.
No. Sorry.
It's gone off the rails
Trying to do the
completely.
TikTok thing, you know?
The alcohol has hit us. Oh, God damn it. All right, guys, we're out of here. Jazz hands.
No.
Don't Make It Weird. Hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dina Soros. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme music by Amaria. A very special thanks to our guest this week, Stormy Lynn. You can find her book, The Little Door, on her website at stormylynwrites.com. Link in the description. To hear the story of how Daniel pooped his pants at work, check out episode 38, the one with Emily Hoffman. Thanks for hanging out with us again, and we'll see you next week.